She was not only brilliant, but courageous. To save her planet, she was willing to sacrifice everything and travel to the stars. As a frontier world, we were barely hanging on. Desperate, we tried digging up our past to find the key to our future.
Max, we need to head back. There's too much interference.
Hold on, I'm getting a reading. I can't...
Max!
No, wait! I'm all right.
What she found that day was a miracle. It would be our salvation. And she used that ship to explore the far-flung corners of the galaxy. A traveler on the hunt for celestial treasure.
Careful, Max.
The data structure is incredibly dense. This is it. Tom! Stay down!
She put her life on the line to bring back artifacts to put us on the path to scientific breakthroughs. She risked everything, time and again. But despite her bravery, eventually her luck would run out. Lucky for us, she made it home safely. While she was alive, she was too humble to speak of her adventures. But at least we, her descendants, can honor her memory. Thank you all for visiting the museum today. And safe travels tomorrow. Hey, that's off limits.
She was always charging headfirst into the darkness. I was always one step behind, looking for the light switch. The Celestials hunted us down. I knew they'd keep chasing us until they ripped our ship apart.
Come on!
And I had to save her. I led them away from this world, away from her. We both knew the cost of using the gates. When you travel at light speed, time slows to a crawl. It was only days for me, but an entire lifetime passed for her. And in the chaos of those final moments, we never said goodbye.
No, come with me! Wait! Please! Tom! I love you.
Thank you.
Exodus is an exciting new RPG game set in space. In this game, you play as astronauts who find a super fast spaceship. Your job is to save Earth, which is in big trouble, You'll meet some scary aliens called the Celestials who don't like humans very much. The cool thing about this game is that you get to make lots of choices that change how the story goes. When you play Exodus, you'll get to explore alien worlds, sneak around, and fight bad guys. There's a neat trick with time in the game too. Your choices can affect things far in the future. You'll also get to fly around in space, meet different alien races, and find cool alien technology. The game looks really pretty, with amazing graphics that make you feel like you're really in space. Lots of people who like RPGs and science fiction stories are really excited about Exodus. The game is set to come out in 2026, and you'll be able to play it on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S.
So, how did it feel to learn the truth about the night sky tragedy? Long ago, you humans slaughtered each other until the whole world lay in ruins. And yet, you have been granted another chance in Auroria. It must be the will of your beloved Mother Goddess. However, I still have no trust in your kind. Prove yourself. If you survive this trial, perhaps you might become one of us.
Archeage Chronicles is an upcoming MMORPG that continues the popular Archeage series. This game takes place in a big, open world where players can do many things. You can explore, build your own economy, make items, and even own a house in the game. The game will have better fighting, resource gathering, and questing than the original Archeage. It will also have new stories that add to the game's world. In Archeage Chronicles, you can play with many other people online. You can team up with friends, fight in big battles, and join special events. The game will look really good, with detailed environments and characters that make you feel like you're really in the game world. The game is set to come out in 2026, but we don't know yet which platforms it will be available on.
You want to know about us? Seems like everyone does these days. It's simple. Too much money and too much power is held by just a few people. And it's only getting worse. So, we decided to do something about it. Let's go.
Jeans, designer socks too. I got the swag too. It's a haiku. I'm something like you. Might drink and drive too. Work 9 to 5s when I was in high school. These shoes here don't come out till June. This my pick. I'll crop you. Married to the game. Said my I do's. Got a window seat like Erica Badu.
Fairgame is an exciting new multiplayer heist game. In this game, you and your friends work together to plan and carry out big robberies. You can choose different roles like the planner, the sneaky person, or the getaway driver. The game has cool features like environments you can break and change, and you can customize your character and gear. The game looks really cool with modern graphics that make you feel like you're in a big city. The people making the game, Haven Studios, want players to be creative and work together. They're listening to what players want to make the game even better. It mixes planning with action, which sounds fun. The game is set to come out in 2026, and you'll be able to play it on PS5 and PC.
They're combing the streets, searching house to house.
If they arrest you two, they will take you to their headquarters, and you will not return.
I'm more concerned with the 6-foot cat man who's got claws that can cut through vibranium alloy. By my count, that makes 2 super soldiers loose in Paris.
3, counting you.
And that's 2 too many.
I'll be there before the sun rises. Before the Germans, before that American. The Eye of Force has been found.
Please, just stick to the rooftops. Be careful, stand wasami.
When am I not?
It's better if I tackle this one alone.
You may encounter some obstacles.
That won't be a problem. Our cat friend is definitely here too. And by the look of things, he's not very far ahead.
The American boy is right on your heels.
Who the hell are you?
If you wanted us dead, we'd be dead. So what do you want?
Answers.
That's far enough!
Stay out of my way!
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone!
I don't have time for this.
Neither do I.
Marvel 1943. Rise of Hydra is an exciting new action-adventure game set during World War II. The game takes place in Paris in 1943 when the Nazis were in control. Players get to be 4 different characters: Captain America, Black Panther, Gabriel Jones, and Nanali. These heroes work together to stop the bad guys from Hydra and the Nazis. In the game, you'll see Paris as it was during the war. You'll fight bad guys, use special abilities, and work with your team. Each character has their own special skills. For example, Captain America is great with his shield, while Black Panther is sneaky and quick. The game looks really good because it uses Unreal Engine 5. Marvel 1943. Rise of Hydra is set to come out in 2026. Marathon is an exciting new game coming out soon. It's a PvP extraction shooter, which means players compete against each other to complete missions and get loot. The game is made by Bungie, the same company that created famous games like Halo and Destiny. In Marathon, players are called runners, and they have to manage their oxygen while fighting both computer-controlled enemies and other players. The game has some cool features like customizable characters, different maps to explore, and a system where you can lose your gear if you're not careful. One of the most interesting things about Marathon is its unique oxygen system. Players have to keep an eye on their oxygen levels during missions, which adds an extra challenge to the game. The game also looks really good, with modern graphics that create a futuristic, high-tech atmosphere. Marathon is set to launch in 2026 and will be available on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
This thing of ours, it's a brotherhood. Treachery and deceit do not exist among us. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Mafia The Old Country is an upcoming action-adventure game that takes players back to the early days of organized crime. Set in the 1900s in Sicily, the game follows the story of how the Mafia began. Players will explore a made-up town called San Celeste, which fans might remember from an earlier game. The game focuses on telling a deep, realistic story about the characters and their world. Unlike some other games that let you go anywhere, this one will have a more straightforward story. The makers want to bring back what people loved about the earlier Mafia games. To make it feel real, characters will speak in the Sicilian language. The game will look really good too, using new technology to create beautiful scenery and characters. The game is set to come out in 2025 or 2026, and you'll be able to play it on PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X and S.
Project M is one of NCSoft's most ambitious projects to date. What would it mean to you if the world was comprised of informational particles instead of physical particles? Oh, I got a little ahead of myself. I am TJ Kemp from NCSoft. Welcome to Project M. How would the fabric of simulated reality change our perceived world if we could tamper with the arrangement of those particles? This very idea is what sparked Project M. The informational particles that shape Project M's world can transform reality based on your choices. And each choice you make will change your experience. The information that exists in the present reality determines how the world will unfold. Value every encounter and every moment. These will be essential in the world of Project M. This is where our journey ends for now. I look forward to seeing you all again soon.
Project M is an upcoming action-adventure game that's getting a lot of attention. In Project M, players will explore a special world made of tiny information bits. You'll be able to play with time and space in this world, which sounds really cool. The game will look amazing because it's using Unreal Engine. The people making the game want you to feel like you're really there in the game world. They're working hard to make everything look and feel real. Right now, we don't know exactly when Project M will come out or which game systems you'll be able to play it on. Plan 8 is an exciting new game that mixes shooting action with online multiplayer fun. In this game, you wear special suits, called exosuits, that give you amazing powers. You can customize your exosuit and weapons to fit how you like to play. In Plan 8, you'll fight against other players in a big, beautiful world. You'll need to think carefully about how to use your exosuit powers to win battles against other players. We don't know exactly when the game will come out yet, but it's expected to be released sometime in 2026. The game will likely be available on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series XS, but the exact platforms haven't been announced yet. Star Wars Eclipse is an upcoming action-adventure game set in the Star Wars universe. The game takes place during the High Republic era, a time of peace and prosperity in the galaxy. Players will explore new planets, meet new alien species, and get involved in exciting political conflicts. The game is being made by Quantic Dream, working together with Lucasfilm Games. In Star Wars Eclipse, you'll play as different characters, each with their own story. Your choices will change how the story goes, making each playthrough unique. The game mixes action with storytelling, similar to Quantic Dream's other games like Detroit: Become Human. One cool thing is that there's no game over. Instead, your choices have consequences that affect the story. The game looks really beautiful, with amazing graphics that bring the Star Wars universe to life. Fans are really excited about Star Wars Eclipse because it's one of the first big games set in the High Republic era. While we don't know exactly when it will come out, it's expected to be released sometime in 2026. You'll be able to play it on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Votre attention, le soleil est sur le point de se coucher. Tous les citoyens sont priés de se mettre à l'abri en intérieur jusqu'à l'aube. Attention, the sun is currently setting. All citizens are required to shelter indoors.
Turn that shit up. Relax, man. I don't bite. Lock up tight now. Night's just getting started.
Marvel's Blade is an upcoming action-adventure game where players take on the role of Blade, a half-human, half-vampire superhero. The game is set in Paris, where Blade must stop a vampire invasion. Players will explore a quarantined area of the city, fighting vampires and uncovering a dark plot. The game is played from a third-person perspective, allowing players to see Blade's cool fighting moves and sword skills. The story is a big part of the game, with mature themes and lots of action against supernatural enemies. While we don't know exactly when the game will come out, it's expected to be released in early 2026 or possibly 2027. The game will likely be available on newer gaming systems like PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.